Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Tuesday's Talk with Grada. My name is Grada Robertson and I'm co-owner of the Purple House Wellness Center in Forth. I'm also an author of books and a regular prolific blogger and researcher and healer. And I like to share my findings during the week every Tuesday with my audience, with people. And sometimes the topic can be a little bit heavy, but I still try to make fun of it because we can't just go through life just focusing on all the, light things, even if you are a light worker. Healing requires us to go into the shadows of our consciousness. And I just want to tell you a secret. Every year, at the start of the year, I ask my higher self to come up with a word that's going to be the theme of this year. So now is a good time, by the way, for everyone. If you're listening, now is a good time to ask your higher self, your intuition, your spirit, your soul, your heart, what your word can be for the year 2023, because we all know that it's just around the corner. So after a little bit of thinking last year, I thought the word for 2022 can be joy, because, sometimes I feel like it's been a difficult 2 years with COVID and all the rest, and I want to feel more joyful and have more happiness and all the rest. But that was more a word that my mental ego mind came up with, my faculties, my academic mind, my educated mind. So it's really important that you learn to make a difference. And one day, early in January, I woke up and I knew my word for 2022 was acknowledgement. And I was actually excited about it. I thought, that's great. Because, I'm conscious that I have to acknowledge many things to myself. And I was actually thinking of good things, because even though I'm 60 and I have a successful business and many really good achievements that I have achieved in my life, the honest truth is I don't often believe in myself still, right? And I sometimes don't believe I can do it. Sometimes I know I don't back myself up, and there's many glitches in my subconscious mind. So I thought, great, that's great. Thank you, universe, for giving me acknowledgement. Like we acknowledge our indigenous people here in Australia, like before we start the day, before you do something important, you acknowledge the existence of them and the truth of that they've been here. And so like I thought this is going to really help me, and which it has, by the way, but it hasn't been an easy year, not as easy as I wanted it to be. And so I have had to be brutally honest with myself, because there were things in my many shadows like that I had to acknowledge to myself. They're here, just in the same way that we had to start to acknowledge our indigenous people in Australia, so that healing could start to happen. Healing cannot happen till we acknowledge stuff in us, in our inner world, in our being, and when the universe brings them to light. And how does the universe bring things to light? Well, it will often give us a repeat experience, right? And I'm talking about, usually we'll notice those experiences most when they're not happy feeling experiences, like a breakup with a friendship, or a friend attacks you and you lose money, right, for no reason, but you have pain in your body. Many things happen to us that is actually the universe talking. The universe only has one language, and that is often through symbols, through our feelings, through our heart center, which is our feeling center, and through repeat experiences. And because we have to learn from that, that's to do with our soul development. And so I actually learned something really important this year, that when it comes to creating our life, we all hear about it. Create a great day, create a great life. You're the creator of your reality, i.e. I say that too, by the way. So, but there are actually two different ways of operating that we both need to get really good in. We both need to learn how to do this, right? And I'm helping you today. So one side of us is the creator. And when we want to create something, we all know what we focus on, the energy follows that, and we create more of it. So this is where sometimes people get confused, because they don't like me talking about painful subjects. I'm talking about the few friends that I've got left. Because over the last few years, I've been culling friendships as well that haven't been beneficial for me, right? But my children find me too confronting as well. Sometimes they go like, Mom, I don't really want to talk about that right now, when I sometimes point something out to them because I can see it and I think it's going to help them and it's going to be a shortcut, but it's painful for them. So create a mode, and that's important. You focus on what you want and you go after it, and you don't let yourself be distracted. But just as equally important is the uncreated mode. And I think we haven't learned about that enough in my industry, right? Which is the health and wellness and wealth industry, by the way, because your birthright is to be rich as well. Not many people realize that. So we also need to uncreate, and I think when people come to me, that's my forte, right? So I help people uncreate their energy blocks, their traumas, their blind spots, and because when we uncreate that, those energy blocks dissolve, and then you can recreate something. So the uncreating part is perhaps even more important than the creating part, or they should be equally balanced. You can't just be creating all the time, because we know that doesn't work, right? If that was as simple as that, you would be creating, you just go like, oh, I want to meet my perfect soulmate, right? And you just focus on that, you write all the good qualities down, and the universe will deliver you the soulmate, and so on. Or I want to create a new car. It doesn't work like that. If it worked like that, we would all be happy and fulfilled, because it's the shadow part, and the shadow part is what do we need to uncreate in order for the universe to deliver to me. What makes me, in order for me to become a magnet, to put me in the right frequency of what I want. And we can all, by the way, be greedy when it comes to what we want, because like we all want more love and more joy, more health, more freedom, accurate financial freedom. I feel that's something we can all focus on, absolutely, in all honesty. Until we do, the world's not going to be an equal world. But I realize now people share away from the uncreating. And how do we uncreate? So that's what I want to do with you this week. And it's going to be fun. I want you to tune into your body, and it's going to be safe. When we uncreate, that only really works, the uncreation works when we feel safe, when we are met with compassion, and our subconscious mind feels I'm safe and I can trust this person. So when you work with yourself, you also need to create that relationship that your subconscious mind, this is where all the hidden blocks are, is safe with you. So I want you to ramp up that compassion dial. So just close your eyes for a minute. We'll do that now. Just in your mind's eye, imagine there's a dial, and 10 is like the top number, and 0 means nothing. And think about how you look at yourself when you think of, just yourself in general. How much compassion, where's your compassion dial at right now, this second? And if it's only like on a 2 or a 3, I want you to just dial it up a bit. Just dial it up 2 notches, so make it into a 5 or a 6. Or if it's a 5, go up to 7 and so on. Just do that. And if you're watching the replay, just stop the video and take a minute, a little bit extra time to really investigate this. Where do I normally sit? Okay, so before we start this exercise, just see if you can be sitting at least at a 5 with your compassion level to yourself. This is called self-compassion. And so, the uncreating starts with acknowledging. So it starts with acknowledging of, hey, I have a pain in my knee, but it wasn't there yesterday. So what's going on? It can be as easy as that, right? And then you start to unpack that a bit. Last week I was talking about my daughters, because I was talking about unwanted repeat experiences, right? And they just jumped into my mind because, yeah, I have 6 children and I like to study them, because I care deeply for them, of course, as a mom. And I was talking about what I see in them. This is like more than a repeat cycle, though. This is a karmic imprint. And so today I want to go a little bit deeper. So I talked about, I'll start with my eldest daughter. Her time management is atrocious. I say that with all compassion, and there are many people in the world like that. So like if the appointment is at 9 o'clock, she'll rock up at 10 o'clock or 10:30, and she's always rushed and she's always hating herself for that. Causes her a lot of grief, and she misses the boat a lot. So like situations, it's like the height of the event has passed, and so she misses out, and it creates a lot of stress, as you can imagine. So that's one pattern, and I know with her it's an absolute karmic imprint, and it causes her a lot of trouble in life, right? And so then my other daughter, I was telling you, she is a people connector. She loves connections. When she was a baby, she needed to be in the middle of the family, and she's number 4, and we had to remove the curtains of a little cradle so we could all see her. So she wants to be, and she was always the life of the party, Little Miss Sunshine. And so what I noticed as a young adult, she would organize parties, family feasts for us, and then though would take her ages, put a lot into it, and then we all arrive, and then what would happen was she would withdraw, like emotionally withdraw, like so she wouldn't join in and be all happy, and in the middle of it she would push herself to the side, or sometimes she would even just disappear altogether, and she wasn't enjoying herself as much as she could. So that's a similar thing, because she was removing herself out of the limelight, couldn't be in the limelight, which is another karmic pattern. And then my youngest daughter, she always gets overlooked. She has this really deep pattern. Doesn't matter how it keeps recurring, like at very important moments of her life, she's forgotten. And Pete and I literally forgot her once, actually, in a shop in Holland, when we went to Holland with 5 children. I was pregnant with Tom, and we left her in the back of a chemist store one time accidentally. Well, and it was probably only 1 or 2 minutes, but I mean, she would have, that's already there. So she has a karmic pattern. That means it's come across for many lifetimes, or ancestral, or both, right? Because we're a mixture of both. And so how do we address, how do we uncreate these really deep-seated patterns? Well, what they all have in common. So first of all, you need to think, what's this actually doing for me? A lot of people have this pattern or programming. It's not safe for me to be seen. It's not safe for me to share my gifts, right? That would be Eve when she creates events. It's not safe for me to shine. So my youngest daughter, she was Dux in grade 6, and the school principal forgot to mention her when it came to time to give everyone a mention. She was forgotten. So like this has happened repeatedly and my other daughter, well, it's obvious too, she misses the boat, because it's like a protection mechanism, because it's not safe to be seen or heard, because we live in a fallen world. This is what I'd say. We're living in a world where many of us have had many terrible times in previous lifetimes. Everyone who brings light into the world, which is almost everyone, by the way, has been persecuted in a past life. And that persecution caused terrible trauma that left an imprint that we carry in today's life. And this causes us to glitch in major and minor moments in our relationships. It causes us to have pain and suffering in this lifetime. Even speaking for myself, like I believe I was tortured in a past life because I've been tortured in this life, so that energy has been brought across. So I had to learn all of that to see it in a different light in 2020, because I had to learn to acknowledge that this literally happens, and I have this karmic imprint. And you meet it with compassion, and I want you to do that now with me. So we're going to spend 5 minutes. I know I'm rushing this, but it's really, really important. I want you to think of something that recurs for you, that's causing you pain, causing you to lose your money, causes disconnecting your relationships, just something really private, you know, that makes your life less good than it can be, makes you not show up in the way. I'll just use the example of my daughters, because the world needs people like my daughters to step up, and when it's their moment of stepping up, they're not there because of this karmic persecution pattern. But the world's missing out on their uniqueness because they have so much to bring. And that's the same with you. You're unique. There's only one of you. And you came here. Your life has been, you know, prepared many eons ago, right? For you to show up at different moments. So I want you to help you uncreate some of these trauma patterns that are in your body. So I want you to just put your hands on your heart now and sit with your heart. Just remember, your heart is the home of your soul, contains all your memories of all your lifetimes and many of your ancestors' memories too. And we're just going to acknowledge and accept the truth of some of these things that keep happening. So just close your eyes if you like. And just see how it resonates with you. So just close your eyes, take a deep breath in. And this is how I do it. So I'm just going to say out loud, I'm so sorry that they always push you to the side. I'm so sorry that you're on the outside looking in and you never get to be in the middle. I'm so sorry that you just don't get to make that difference to others that you know you can. I'm so sorry that you just never get to share your gifts and wisdom in the way you want to. I'm so sorry that they refuse to accept and receive your special gifts. I'm so sorry that for whatever reason you constantly misunderstood. And just breathe into your body. Like these are the uncreating messages, the affirmations that your body needs to hear, because the pain of this is true and it really does exist in your body. We're acknowledging the existence of these trauma patterns that are engraved in your brainstem. And your brainstem remembers your past lives, your ancestral lives, and even human consciousness. Sometimes you're tapping into the human consciousness. I'm just so sorry that they treat you like an alien, that they despise you and reject you. I'm so sorry that you are so tired of being this way. Just notice where you feel a response in your body. I'm so sorry that they break your mind. I'm so sorry that you get shattered over and over again. I'm so sorry that you get broken into pieces over and over again. I'm so sorry for everything they took away from you. And you never got it back. It's gone. Those opportunities are gone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that it's not safe for you to be authentic sometimes. I'm so sorry that you get punished for being the way you are. So sorry that you get punished for shining your light too much. I'm so sorry that you are in excruciating pain sometimes. I'm so sorry that nobody can remove your pain. I'm so sorry that you feel helpless and hopeless. So sorry that nobody hears your cries. I'm so sorry that sometimes you wish you didn't exist. And just tune into these words with compassion and gentleness and softness. There are parts of your body that are recognizing the meaning. The meaning of these words is reaching deep into your brainstem, and the acknowledging of the truth or the existence of the trauma that's engraved in the nervous system, karmic trauma, allows your body to release it, because there's no way your body can release it. If you don't know the existence and you don't acknowledge it, it's not going to release it. It won't, because it goes against the laws of the universe. So I'm so sorry that your body has been a vehicle for pain rather than pleasure. I'm so sorry for the constant suffering. I'm so sorry that sadness never seems to end for you. I'm so sorry that people are suspicious of your good intentions. So sorry that people continue to ignore you over and over. Every time you try to help, they punish you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Every time you wanted peace, you created more pain. Just feel how that resonates in your body, right? This is acknowledging the dark shadows, beings, emotions, memories that are in your body. I just want to finish with one last one that just popped into my mind. This one is particularly good for my clients with cancer, because on a spiritual level, cancer is to do with rage. That you've completely disconnected from. Rage, that's like intense anger, right? And there is complete denial around it. So we can just tune into your body again, and we'll finish this one. I'm so sorry you're full of rage. I'm so sorry that they did this to you and you were full of rage. So sorry that they mistreated you. They didn't hear your requests and you're full of rage. I'm so sorry you are full of rage. I'm so sorry that I didn't recognize your love. They didn't accept your gifts and your light. I'm so sorry that you're full of rage. And just really feel into your body with compassion, no judgment, and just allow these pockets that resemble lost children, your inner children, inner beings that have been hiding in the corners of your subconscious mind. Some of these sentences will create a release in you and a sense of relief. And then that means the energy is flowing again. You've just uncreated an energy block in your body. And now your life force is starting to flow again, and it can go into all the parts that have been numbed out. So if you have cancer and you don't resonate with the word rage and anger, that means you've numbed it out completely. And we numb things out because it wasn't safe to express those feelings, right? It wasn't safe for you to cry. It wasn't safe. And it wasn't safe over many, many lifetimes. This is not a one lifetime experience. Like when you have cancer and your body is breaking down completely, it's usually a combination, a culmination of many lifetimes on your part, and then many, many injustices that happen to your ancestors as well, right? And when I work with clients, I go into all those dark corners and I help clients get relief. Sometimes they take that information to other professionals or other practitioners so they can get more relief, right? It's about bringing in all the help and the support that you can get. So that your life can be better, that your light can shine brighter, that you have more enjoyment, that you trust your body more, that you can get the results you want. So this is just a short example of acknowledging, and maybe I'll do another session on it next week, because I think this is really, really a forgotten part about healing. But nothing can heal until it's received acknowledgement, until we've brought it out into the light of our awareness, and we look at it, we turn it around, we explore it, and then your body can be at rest. You feel restful in your body, then your immune system gets stronger as well. So I hope that this makes sense. And so if you came in late, we were just talking about the two aspects of healing, and one is to create what you want, which means you need to focus on all the positive things, right? Because we know what you focus on, you get more of. And the other side, which is the most forgotten side, is to uncreate. So we need to uncreate trauma, we need to uncreate unwanted patterns, and we do that by acknowledging what comes up. And some of these things that come up can be quite shocking and take us by surprise, but they give us the biggest relief and release and help you to move forward faster. And also start thinking of your word for next year, which is just around the corner. So a theme, this will be a central theme for your higher self to create change in your life, right? So ask your higher self, your soul, what can be my theme for next year? So you get some movement around it, some support. And if you need help with this, come and see me for a session or send me a message. If you really feel stuck or you need more help, or you feel like shaky on the inside, please come and see me as well. I am working Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, and you know I can help you so much. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I look forward to being with you next Tuesday. Bye.